Japan, rising from the ashes of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. August 6, 1945. Hiroshima, a city full of life, families, children, markets, and schools. In a single moment, everything changed. A blinding flash, a roar louder than any storm. A fireball destroyed the city in seconds. Tens of thousands of lives lost instantly. 3 days later, Nagasaki faced the same fate. Another city, another explosion, another human tragedy. Japan, a proud and ancient nation, was brought to its knees. Millions were injured, homes were destroyed, cities reduced to rubble, and the future looked impossible. The world had seen destruction before, but nothing like this. And yet, from this unimaginable horror, Japan would rise again. This is the story of resilience, courage, and a nation's determination to rebuild. The immediate aftermath. The devastation was beyond comprehension. Survivors, known as hibakusha, wandered through ruins. Streets were unrecognizable. Fires burned for days. Hospitals were overwhelmed, and medical supplies were scarce. Families searched for missing loved ones, often discovering only silence. Radiation left an invisible mark, causing illness, pain, and fear. People struggled not only with loss, but with uncertainty. How could Japan survive? How could life continue? At that moment, the Japanese people faced a choice: despair or action. Ordinary people, extraordinary courage. The recovery didn't come from governments or external powers first. It came from ordinary citizens. Survivors cleared debris by hand. Families rebuilt homes with whatever materials they could find. Schools reopened, even if only in temporary shelters. Despite hunger, disease, and trauma, people found strength in community. They shared food, helped the sick, and supported each other. Small acts of courage became the foundation for a national rebirth. Lessons from defeat. Japan's defeat forced the country to rethink itself completely. Pacifism and responsibility. Japan adopted a new constitution that renounced war. The nation vowed never to repeat past mistakes. Education and knowledge schools focused on peace, science, and international cooperation. Research and technology became tools for progress, not destruction. Cultural resilience. Traditional values such as discipline, patience, and respect guided reconstruction. Communities rebuilt not only homes, but their sense of identity and purpose. Economic miracle. Japan's reconstruction is known as the Japanese economic miracle. By the 1960s and 1970s, Japan went from a ruined nation to a global economic power. How? Industry rebuilt. Factories rose from ruins. Electronics, cars, and machinery became world-class products. Innovation and quality. Companies focused on precision, craftsmanship, and reliability. Toyota, Sony, and Panasonic became household names. Education and work ethic. A skilled workforce, motivated by discipline and teamwork, transformed Japan's economy. Japan didn't chase fast success. It invested in long-term growth. Every brick, every product, every school contributed to a national resurgence. Stories of individual courage. Behind the statistics, there are human stories that inspire. A teacher in Hiroshima rebuilt her school using salvaged materials, ensuring children could continue learning. A doctor treated radiation victims while risking his own health, refusing to leave the city. Families shared food, clothing, and medicine, despite having almost nothing themselves. These small acts of courage multiplied, creating a wave of resilience across the nation. Japan rose because its people refused to be broken. Facing the past. Honestly, Japan also faced its wartime history. The country openly acknowledged the horrors, the mistakes, and the consequences. Museums, memorials, and education programs ensured that new generations would remember the past. This honesty was not easy. It required humility, reflection, and courage. But it strengthened the nation's foundation, showing the world that learning from mistakes is essential for survival. Japan today. Today, Japan stands as a global leader in technology, culture, and diplomacy. Cities like Tokyo and Osaka are modern marvels, combining tradition with innovation. Its people are respected worldwide for discipline, efficiency, and creativity. Japan's story is not about luck. It's about resilience, long-term thinking, and collective effort. From nuclear devastation to global influence, Japan proves that even the worst tragedies can be transformed into opportunities for growth. Lessons for everyone. Japan's journey teaches us universal truths. Even after unimaginable loss, recovery is possible. Ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. Discipline, patience, and responsibility are more powerful than shortcuts. Facing the past honestly builds a stronger future. Whether as individuals or as a nation, we can rebuild, innovate, and thrive if we learn from mistakes, work together, and stay committed to long-term goals. Ending Japan is more than a country. It is a story of human courage, resilience, and hope. From the ashes of Hiroshima and Nagasaki to a modern, thriving nation, it shows us what is possible when people refuse to give up. This is not just Japan's story. It is a good story for anyone facing challenges, anyone trying to rebuild after loss, and anyone who dreams of creating something meaningful out of nothing.